Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. Lovely to have you here on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. As today I share with you the Alleyman Tarot, part 2 of this project that I have been working on. And I have quite a few things to share with you today. And I thought also we could do a quick recap of last week's cards. So I'll do a quick flip through of the major arcana as well as the suit of cups. For those of you that aren't familiar with the Alleyman's Tarot, this is the box that the deck comes in. It's a match, meant to be a matchbox, and you can see the matchbox strike on the other side. That's why there is a match on the thumbnail for this video. And this box is large enough to hold all of the cards as well as the extra cards. And one of you were asking about that last week. So you can see in my box here, if I hold that back, it's like a recipe box, and I have put in little cards. And behind here, I'm going to take it out because it's hard to show. I can show you in the face down camera in just a moment. These are all of the cards that I have put into the category of major arcana. So part of the process in working with the Alleyman Tarot is from this enormous collection of 200 plus cards to choose 78 of them to work with at a time. And I say at a time because I think this will always be a deck that is in a work of progress. And I think that eventually, and in the not too distant future, I will be even swapping out some of the cards that are a part of this deck. So for example, what do I have on the table here? So these cards have been reprinted. So they're all standard size tarot cards. And of course, there is a uniformity to the deck, which is not the case. One of the first cards we're going to look at today, which I have a whole little diatribe on, is my choice for it's the Ace of Discs. Maybe that is why. No. What? Okay, I'll tell you why I'm so confused in a moment. Hi, Christina. Welcome. So this is a smaller deck. So this is a Fournier deck. And this is so interesting. Okay, maybe this is another deck. So this is a Fournier deck, and you can see that Fournier decks are smaller, but this particular card that I have chosen has been enlarged to be a standard size deck. And in some cases, the cards were reduced because they were oversized cards. So part of this project is not only connecting with each of the deck creators, but printing and resizing all of the cards. And in some cases, I don't think most of us realize the work that went into this. The card backs have been changed. There are changes on the front of the card as well, too. And this is something that maybe you can help me clear up today. But this is a really, really fun project. If you are not aware, there is a tarot tag called Major Favorites that started some time ago. I believe it was Richie. And that's linked below, and you can see my major favorites response to him. And then I went through and expanded on that, and I shared with you my favorite 78 cards, and I called it 78 cards, 78 decks. And I was working on this project before this Kickstarter came out. So when I saw this Kickstarter came out, I wanted to be a part of it. I knew it was going to be exciting. And this deck turned out to be the most funded tarot deck ever on Kickstarter. And I believe it is in the process of being sold out. I've seen a last call for it. I don't know if you're interested in any of the booster packs or what, but I just want to share with you a little bit about this today. Okay, so welcome. Let me add the other camera. And here we go. Okay. Oh, I'll show you the box now that I have the other. Where did I put it? It's right here. So you can see all of the cards fit in here. These are the cards that I have dubbed majors, and then I've divided them into 4 suits. Oh, and also at the back, I'm working on a Lenormand deck. So this is also part of my project. And so you can see that I have a rider here and a bouquet, a whip, mice. This is going to be the child and the coffin, book, dog, letter, tower, I think lady and man, moon, sun, no, moon, star, key, anchor, sun. So what I'm doing is going through and I'm going to make an Alleyman Lenormand. So it'll be large cards, unfortunately, but that's part of my project as well too. And if there are any cards you would like to know the creator of, let me know, or what deck it comes from. Now, please remember that all of these do not come from, they do not necessarily come from a tarot deck. Some of these were created, let's zoom in just a little bit. Some of these were created for this project, and some of them were created by Alleyman himself, whose name is Seven Dane Asmund. And he goes by, if you're getting an email from him, it's from the publishing Goblin. Okay. All right. So let's do this really quick, and then we'll go on to the ones I haven't shared with you. So I'm actually going to hold this in my hand and do it. It's faster. So here is my Fool, Magician. I really like this High Priestess. Quite happy with the Empress. This one I am going to switch out. Not really crazy about this Emperor card. Love the Hierophant. I don't know if I'm going to keep this Lovers. It is one of the better options for me, but yeah, I chose the Pink Chariot. Again, kind of a funky little card, but I may swap that one as well too. Strength. I quite like this Hermit. Let's see. Now you can see that I have written on the cards, and the reason I've written on the cards, and that is to reference the place in the guidebook it comes from. And this one, I don't even can see if I can read what I wrote on here. And that's a problem. I'm going to have to get a silver pen or something, but let's go to the Hermit page. The guidebook is quite fun and thorough. I want to say that's for sure. So the Hermit is made by AKA Skyweb for the Adriana's Thread Tarot. So indeed, this was from a tarot. The Ariadne's Thread Tarot. So the Spiderweb's Tarot. And this is one I didn't look up. And this card is really growing on me. Wheel. And I would like to do a 3-card tonight when we're done. Hermit. Justice. I actually have ordered this deck. Gave away my Blood Moon. Love this Death card. 13, 14. Temperance. Devil. Tower. Star. Many of you'll recognize this one. Moon. Did you know that there was a llama tarot? Oh my God, this just makes me laugh. I'll tell you the full name of this tarot deck if you want to look it up. Hilarious. This sun was made by Quintron Alpaca for the Alpaca Tarot. And you can find it at alpacatarot.com. I really like this for a Justice card. This whole journey thing, something really really, really fun going on. Not fun, deep. Let's say deep going on here. I like that. Justice card, the World. And then here's my cups. And this is where we ended up last week. So there's Ace, 2, and there weren't a lot of options with some of these. 3, 4. I'm probably going to change that 4 of cups. I love this. This is from the Architect's Tarot. And very odd one. That's your 6, 7. Love this 7 of cups. It's just really cool. The reflection of the dragonfly in the water, and kind of a profound 8 of cups, I think. Sucker for Tarot de Marseille. This one also, I have ordered this one. I don't know if it will ever come. It was super cheap, and it's coming from a Chinese creator. Hi, Joseph. Welcome. Yes, you're right, Helen. There's something, every kind of tarot these days. And you can see clearly on this one, I wrote down 110 on the bottom. This takes me to 110 in the guidebook. And then I can quickly, if I need to, remember where this is from. So this is from the Arcadia playing cards. And I really like this Joker as the Page of Cups. I think it's a great Page of Cups. I also really love all the backs of the cards. Knight of Cups, Queen, and King of Cups. And so I didn't change those up. So let's get to the, I want to get to my little diatribe. Okay, so the next suit, and this is the way that it is ordered, I believe, in the guidebook. Or maybe not. Isn't that interesting? Sorry, I'm going to do it the way it is in the guidebook, just in case I have to refer to it. So, sorry, they've been on my table for a couple of weeks, so I'm just, okay, so we're going to go to Wands. There we go. That makes sense. But actually, no, you know what? I want to start with discs because I want to talk about this one particular card. Hi, Mimi. So I'm going to go to discs, and I actually love the suit of discs. This is the Ace of Discs that I chose for this deck, and that is page 79. And I want to read to you. So it says, the Ace of Discs was made by El Dios de los Tres. Now, I have, okay, I'm a little confused, and I'm the first one to admit that. So this tarot deck by Fournier, I'll close the box, I have looked at a few times on the shelf at my store. And I really, really like this card a lot. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun to have this whole deck? And I had never, because there was no sample deck at the store, and I didn't take the time to go through a walkthrough of this deck. I purchased the deck. I like Fournier decks. They're a little bit smaller. However, this is not from this deck. This is not at all. There is the Ace of Discs on this deck. So I'm wondering, and that is the back of the deck, and that's the back of that deck. So I need to do a little bit more research, and if I am going to purchase complete decks because I like a particular card and Alleyman made me do it, I'm saying this also to you as well too, because make sure you research it, look it up online, because there has been a lot of graphic, what would you call it, artistic freedom, like Seven Dane Asmund has had a lot of, there's been a lot of creativity in this deck as well too. So it's like I said, huge project. Okay. And do I want to turn these over? Yeah, because you probably want to see the backs, because the backs are absolutely stunning. Okay, so there's my two really, really pretty Tarot de Marseille. And I don't know, do you want to see the ones I didn't choose and the ones I sorted? Maybe. Let me get my discs. There aren't that many that I put into discs. So I'll just show you the other ones that I think are discs. So yeah, really pretty Tarot de Marseille. And this one I'm actually thinking of having a closer look at. This is from the Sarah Vale Cessia Tarot. It's just something about the colorations that I really, really like. Okay. All right. So far, no alternatives. The 3, of course, this is going to be a familiar card. And the 4. Oh, no. This is the one I researched, and I think I ordered it out of Korea or China or somewhere. So I'll let you know when I get this deck, but I really like this card for a 4 of discs. Now, the alternate 4 of discs is this one from I believe from the Super Lunaris, and I did not choose this one because I absolutely love this card. Okay. And then the 5. Now, this is a really cool 5 of discs, easily recognizable. I'll tell you what this one is called. Sorry for the thumb licking. This is the 5 of discs. Was made by Rose Fry for the Tiny Arcade Arcanum. So it's really kind of cool. So Joseph says Pixel Tarot, but in the guidebook it says Tiny Arcade Arcanum. So I don't know. This is why I'm suggesting that if you are going to purchase, like I said, full decks of any of the cards you love, make sure you do your research. Front of the cards, back of the cards, anything could be changed. Quite a good, I like this 6 of clubs. Okay. Sorry, not club. 6 of diamonds, right? This is the suit of pentacles. And then this particular 8 I chose. Oh, no, this is the 7. Yeah, this is the 7. I believe there was only one choice for a 7. And I don't think this was from a tarot deck. But I really like this. Ooh, don't you love the back? Look at the backs of this card. Holy cow. Those are incredible backs. So part of your research, if you're looking up a deck, is to see. So maybe you can look that up while we are talking and see and compare that to the Pixel Tarot, because I don't have the Pixel Tarot. Okay, so there's my 7 of discs and 8 of discs. So this one I chose, and there were some alternate cards. This is also a deck that I have. This was from the Self-Love Tarot, and I have sold this one. And I decided I just wouldn't use it enough. Yeah. So that one goes here. I also don't, I thought I had this deck, but, oh, this is an alternate card, page 173. And I'm not keeping an extra suit in the deck. So the way this deck was designed, it has the 4 minor suits, the majors, of course, and a bunch of extra cards, but he built in a 5th suit, but I'm only going to be using 78 cards. So bear with me, page 173. Over the Garden Wall Tarot. So it looks like another deck that I might have. Okay. And then I chose this one for the 9 of discs. This was an extra card. It's called the 9 of Clocks. And there's something about the completion and time. And I find this a really intriguing card. And so I chose I didn't choose this one. This is the card that was part of the original. This is from the Sola Busca Tarot. This is in the original 78 that Alleyman put into this suit. And then a very abstract 10. Very abstract 10 of discs. I don't believe this is from a tarot deck either. So the ones that didn't come from a tarot deck, Alleyman would have created the backs of the cards. I think this is a really fun page of pentacles. I do have the Marigold Tarot. So I have worked with this tarot before. So that's a Canadian artist, and it's an extraordinary deck that shuffles beautifully. It is not only is it linen cardstock, but it must have some fantastic core in it. And then the Queen of Pentacles, and I pulled out several of the extra cards that I think could be alternate Queens of Pentacles. And I have a King of Pentacles as well too here. So this particular card is called the Queen of Strays. And I thought that was so funny as a potential Queen of Pentacles. You know how I'm just thinking of some friends who at Thanksgiving dinner, they take in everyone. They take in all the, this is when I was living in Whistler, and we had a lot of transient workers in Whistler, seasonal workers. And she would be feeding everybody. And she also took in stray cats as well too. And so this felt very Queen of Pentacles to me. And at some point, I don't know, I want to include this somewhere in my Alleyman. This particular queen reminds me a little bit of another deck that I sold, the Zombie Tarot, and this Queen of Bombs. So she's creating something here quite toxic. And then there's another extra card called the Comforter. I thought this also could very well be a Queen of Pentacles. I think some people use this one as an Empress as well too. So lots of potential for the Queen of Pentacles. I have two other Pentacles cards here, and I just need to think about, because it's been a while since I've gone through these. This is the final tarot card. This feels like this is definitely a 78th card, a card of integration. This is the Publishing Goblin. So this is his card representing his business. Yeah. I'll tell you about the Queen of Strays in just a second. So both of these felt very Pentacle quartz to me. The Queen of Strays, I will tell you where she is from. Thank goodness I wrote on all of these, hey? Page 223, if you are following along. Let me read to you the Queen of Strays. This is fun. This is so fun. Where did it go? I don't think this is a tarot card, actually. I think a lot about kids whose parents shouldn't have had them for various reasons. We often find our own families, don't we? Especially the queer, the forgotten, the abandoned. The blood of survival is thicker than the blood of the womb, or whatever that is. Point is, we find our own and keep one another safe as best we can. The Queen of Strays is that mother of children, vast and different. She is a sign that you should lean on your found family, that you should support others in your community who need you. No person is unwanted. You deserve to be loved. So do the others in your life. There is a reverse meaning as well, too. Your people are out there. Keep looking, not even the most downtrodden. You know what? There is no credit for this card. I'm guessing that it is his creation. It is a creation of the artist himself. Yes. So there is no credit, which tells me it's his, right? So very, very clever card. And so I showed you my king. No, there's the queen. And this is my king. I believe this is the original king of pentacles that king of coins that came with the deck from the Somnia Tarot. Okay, so those are pentacles or discs. So we'll put that there. It's really, really fun. And if you haven't attempted to do this, I strongly recommend that you give it a go. I do. All right, so now we are going to go to Wands. And I will pull out my extra cards. That is the one that I chose for my Ace of Wands, the birthday candle. And I will pull out my extra wands. Oh, I even have, yeah, I have 2 extra Aces of Wands. This funny card has 2 sides to it. I can't remember if it was from an oracle or what it was from, but I definitely can work with this card much more than the other 2 options. So this is one that I thought could be an Ace of Wands. I feel music, I feel the creativity, the noise. It just felt like, any song could burst forward from here. It's actually a lot more fun than the candle. I don't know. I reserve the right to swap out any of these at any time. And then this is the Ace of Wands that was initially part of the pack for the Tarot Bot deck. And I'm not really into robots, so I won't be working with that card. But I kind of like that other one. So when I was going through the deck, as I was going through, I was just thinking, oh, wow, this could be a da-da-da-da-da, because some of them, it's only through either looking at the visual on the card, the artwork, or by reading the guidebook that you can really get into the meaning of the card. So let's go through 2 of Wands. Okay. 2 of Wands. Love the backpack. This is from a playing card deck. This would actually be a really fun playing card deck. So I'm thinking that this was from some playing cards that Alleyman collected, and then he put the title on the bottom. And that means he would have also playing cards have backs as well too. Here is the 3 of Wands. This is a very interesting card. Different perspective. It's kind of dark and creepy and mysterious, very Scorpio-like, very scorpionic. Yeah, so I couldn't come up with another one for that. And I'm not sure which 4 of Wands I'm going with. So there is this one that you can see has a lot of brighter weight in it. The way the 4 wands are designed here. Love the mandala in the center, almost like a spider web of sorts, connecting things. This reminds me a little bit of the 4 of Wands in the Lily White Tarot, where you see the foxes jumping on the trampoline. So I like this card. And I think this card could have had some color. I could have worked with it with color. This is from the Tarot of Perpetual Time. Now, the one that I'm not sure about is this one. So we have 4 knitting needles. And this is an alternate 4 of Wands. It's really fun and really bright colors. So this is another maybe that might get swapped into my deck for sure. 5 of Wands. This is an alternate. So you see the 5, what do you call them? Antlers. So only 3 animals, but 5. Oh, no. 1, 2. Oh, that's interesting. Do you see 5 animals? 1, 2. I don't know. But anyway, you get the idea of the animals tossing and and fighting with their antlers. So that works with me for very much for the Five of Wands. That was not, however, the card that came in the pack. There was this Tarot de Marseille card that was with the pack. So I just thought that the animals were fun. Six of Wands. Another kind of, what does this remind me of? Like the night before Christmas kind of thing. And it's kind of moody as well, too. I think 7-Day Nasmid must be a very moody and dark person. As you know, you have this deck. There are, I don't know, there's a bazillion death cards. And so he's probably got a lot of Scorpio in his chart, I'm guessing. What else have we got here for Wands? Some of these I'm really going to have to find alternative cards for. So there is your Seven of Wands. This Eight of Wands is very interesting. It reminds me a little bit of, I have a couple of decks that look like this. I don't know if it's in the Way Home Tarot or the Lumina Tarot or something. Yeah. And I believe there are lanterns lighting the way. But this is a really interesting interpretation of the Eight of Wands. And was it on the original set? Yes, it was. And this is from the BNF. I don't know what that means. I have to go back and reference that. Anyway, kind of like that one. Eight of Wands. This is in a spiral bound guidebook. It's amazing. Oh my God, this is fun. This is really fun. Look at this Nine of Wands. I think I love the colors in this card. This was made by Onion. So listen to this. For all your fight, all your weapons, all your losses, scars, and pain, there is always room for growth, rest, and patience. You are fatigued, but you have fought to have this space. Use it to regain your energy, maybe to start something new, pure, untouched by all the hardship you've endured thus far. You can if you want. Thus, this Nine of Wands was made by Onion. So obviously not from a deck. I love the colors in this card. Another one that I do need to research. This is the Transient Light deck. Love the colors. Yeah. And then this was an extra page of wands. So I chose this one over the Tarot de Marseille. So this Tarot de Marseille card was in the pack. And you can see that it's been cropped kind of weird, just to fit with the deck. And Night. So there's quite a few cards from different Tarot de Marseille decks in this, which is nice. We have a real mix of things. And then Queen and King of Wands and alternate cards. These are alternate cards. This one's a little too comic booky for me. I think this could also pose as an Emperor card. Now that I'm thinking about it, which makes sense with all that fire in the background. So maybe I reserve the right to mix these up at any time. And that leaves just one more suit. And that is the Swords. And then we'll do a shuffle and we'll do a 3-card draw. Okay, so there is my Ace of Swords. Very shiny card. And I don't believe this is from a tarot deck either. This Ace of Swords was made by Avalon. Now, in the extra cards, there are quite a few potential extra swords cards. And besides all the extra cards I'm showing you, there's all the ones I showed you for the Lenormand. Oh my goodness. Okay, just let me deal with. Sorry, there is a troll here. I don't know if you can even see it. But it looks like YouTube has stepped in. So thank you, YouTube. Okay, excellent. Uh, where was I? Oh, yes, there's quite a few. Oh, besides the extra cards I'm showing you and the cards I've pulled out for my Lenormand deck, there are more. And I can show you those as well after, in case you're interested. So let's go to swords and go through here. So the first extra one I have is a 5. So there's my ace. I'm not really, to me, this doesn't look like a door. It looks like a guillotine. And it's kind of a creepy 2 of swords. I think it is a guillotine, isn't it? So I don't know how I feel about this as a 2 of swords. This one definitely might go, probably will go. 3 of swords. Very interesting take, very primal, primordial, kind of wild colors. I can definitely work with this card. Oh, I don't know about this 4 of swords. I wish that I didn't love my tarot deck so much. You know, one of my favorite 4 of swords cards is from the textured tarot. And because I'm only using this for myself, what I might do is print, and I don't know how to do it, but actually to print some of my favorite cards in a tarot size template and to have them, and actually to have them printed, so I could put them in this deck, because I think that would be a lot of fun. And only doing 5 or 6 or 7 cards is not really a big deal, as opposed to doing a whole deck, because I have done this whole project before myself. This 4 of swords is also not from a tarot deck. Okay, so 5 of swords. This card reminds me, I don't know if it is the Hermit in the Slow Tarot or something like that. Um, something, yeah. So this is the 5 of swords. Very interesting interpretation. And one of the extra cards that kind of intrigues me is this one. And it's called 5 of Mirrors. And I don't know if you would put the mirror suit in, because mirrors are reflections, right? So I don't know if you would put mirrors as the suit of cups, and you can see that there's a heart in the background here. So this, maybe this is better as a 5 of cups. But there was something about this broken heartedness that I kind of felt 5 of swordsy here. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll move that to my extra cups cards. So like I said, this is a work in progress. Very bizarre 6 of swords. And I could definitely see that judgment card here as well too. But I love this kind of alien interpretation of the 6 of swords. And I do not think, yes, that was that one. I don't know what I intended for some of these. Okay. This is very funny. 7 of swords. This was made by Tim Hutchins, again, not from a tarot deck. Eight of swords. Nine of swords. All right, now I have a whole bunch of nines of swords. A lot of them. This to me looks like it could belong in a deck like the Deviant Moon Tarot. There are, however, a lot of possible cards that could go down here because of the darkness of this deck. We have this card. I thought that might work as the Nine of Swords. We also have the Bogeyman card. I thought he could be a Nine of Swords as well, too. Well, so there's just two. So those two are on my list for that one. And my 10 of Swords, I chose this one. And I'm going to read to you, in case you can't see it, and I am losing light here, page 176. So my 10 of Swords is the death of the ego kind of energy. And on this card, there are, 10. What's the easiest way for me to do this? I'm sure you can read them on the screen if you want to read them. So it's just really little. It's hard for me to see here. There are some definitive statements here. So the first one says, guess I'm late, but you is over now. Canceled. Can't believe you. No longer in my feed. Canceled. You is canceled. That is all. Time for us to cancel you. I don't know what it was when I was reading these text messages. I felt like someone was finally not going to take any more guff. And I don't know if you use that expression, but I just felt like that was an important part, of the 10 of Swords. And I love 10 of Swords cards where you also see the figure in the 10 of Swords standing up and going on. So this would be a possible 10 of Swords. This might be the one that was in the original. No, it wasn't in the original pack. This one was. So that one, kind of cool colors. And then my Page of Swords. Oh, hold on. Hold on. That's extra. Uh-oh, I don't have a page. Oh, no. I remember now what I did. Okay, so this card, I actually need to write on it. I'm going to put a P on it, and I don't have a Sharpie here. This card is going to be my Page of Swords. To me, it feels more like a page than a knight. So because I want to use this card as the Knight of Swords. So that's going to be my Page and Knight of Swords. And then here is an alternate Page of Swords. So the Page of Curses. So that works. And also with that whole text message card as well too, I'm thinking how strong the voice is and how the voice can hurt and cut and all of that. There's another alternate Page of Swords. Definitely can't work with that one. And then these are the Queen and King of Swords that I chose. And you know what I really like? That King of Swords. It reminds me a little bit of Malfoy. Lucius Malfoy. That's who it reminds me of. Or maybe one of the elves from Lord of the Rings. And there's a few other possible Queen and King alternatives here. I thought she was kind of cold, and so she might work as well too. And definitely this card could work for a King of Swords. Reminds me a little bit of what do you call it? The court cards in the Suit of Clouds in Dame Padma Osho Zen Tarot. That's what I'm thinking. Osho Zen. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle. And maybe another time I will show you all the extra cards. But I want to shuffle and do a 3-card. The King of Swords is from, thank you for asking. Nice to know that somebody's here. Hopefully it's on page 204. And it is from It's not from a deck. The King of Swords was made by Owl Babe. Owl Babe. And Instagram is Owl Babe Art. OWLBABEART. Owl Babe Art. Oh, just a second. I gotta go over here. There we go. All right. Do I have them all? I think so. Okay. So this is what it looks like. There are some shiny edges, all kinds of stuff. Salo, long time no see. Welcome. Fellow Californian IT guy, Joseph, in the chat. How are things at, I don't even know if I should say out loud. How are things at your place of employment? Okay. And I think too, I should just fan these out. This is so fun, just all of these bags. Okay. This is a reading on the 26th day of October for the collective, being really mindful of the scorpionic energy that is kind of strengthened, amplified by the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse that we just had. And I'm going to just free flow with the reading, but I just want to acknowledge that we are, the moon is waxing. However, the energy of the day, and I'm just going to check my moon calendar to see if the moon, where is the moon? Is it still in Scorpio? The moon is still in Scorpio. Doesn't go until Sag until the wee hours of Thursday morning, 3:54 Pacific. Okay. It's been good just preparing for the holiday season. Oh, yes, it's so beautiful there when it's holiday season. Okay. All right, let's do a couple more shuffles because these were all kind of sorted. And when I get my decks that I ordered, because Alleyman made me do it, I will be sure to share those with you. And I will continue to explore the mystery of the Ace of Discs that isn't really a part of this deck that I have. I'm kind of disappointed, actually. And if you missed that story, go back to near the beginning of this video. Okay. All right. So cutting the cards. This is for you. This is for all of us. And I'm going to lay the cards down with the backs showing first, just so you can see the beautiful backs. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I know what one of them is. I know what one of them is. My deck doesn't look like that. I have purple backs on my deck. Okay, so here's our message. Ooh. All right, that is very interesting. Okay, so this is the Strength card from Madame Clara's deck. What's it called? 1 penny, 3 penny, 2 penny, 4 of Wands. And this is my 10 of Attention, my 10 of Swords. Okay, so in Scorpio, as we move into Scorpio season, we have moved from the energy of the 4 of Swords into the 5 of Cups. And so part of this whole King of Cups energy, King of Cups in Rider-Waite-Smith, Prince of Cups in the, if you're reading with the Thoth Tarot, there is an emotional experience that needs to be acted upon. And I really kind of love that this 10 of Attention is showing up here. And I think it's a reminder for all of us not to deal on 5 Cent Tarot, thank you, to not to deal on the petty, to keep a mind on the big picture. Oh my goodness. I'm sure we've all done it from time to time. We have sent text messages that we regret. We've had this, um, when you send somebody three, four, five, six text messages, or you send a long one and they respond with something that's like one word or two words, how annoying that is. And I think that there's two things about this card. One is if you actually read the text messages, the person who wrote them is taking a stand, but also I think a reminder of that behavior and the bigger picture that is absolutely required. So I think as we step into the inquiry of Scorpio season, that we really need to be open to listening, open to really hearing what is going on. Now, what is that? Why is that so important? And I think that is because, generally speaking, if we are able to do that, if we were able to kind of master the Ten of Swords sort of energy, then we can walk into a stronger foundation of our purpose, of our life purpose. Four of Wands, foundation, strength. There's also very much when look at that mandala in the center and all the rays emanating from it, a sense of sacred space, fire, right? It's warm, it's primal, it gets us going, it fires our juices in all ways, creative, sexual, and otherwise. And this is, I think, working towards later on in Scorpio season, that if we're able to kind of um, check our ego at the door, so to speak, we will be able to begin rebuilding something much stronger. Now, this does not happen easily. We need to dig a little deeper and trust that we do have the answers within. And I think what is going on, where's my little chopstick? Anybody seen my chopstick? I'll use a pen, put the cap on. What I'm feeling with the contrast here is that this sort of focus really keeps us externally focused until we actually get in that surrender position. And the strength card is getting us to look deep, deep, deep within and find that strength, that light that has always been there, but we've been so focused externally. So in order to rebuild, so if Scorpio season is about death, right? So part of the dying process is to actually die. And isn't that profound, that the Ten of Swords, that I'm thinking of Pamela Coleman Smith's artwork, lots of other decks as well too, where we actually see somebody lying down in the position of complete surrender. And I think that's what we really need to do this season in order to build, right? To build a strong foundation on our new path. I wanted to read to you the keywords that Madame Clara includes here. So this one is self-mastery, discipline. There is a seal on top of some kind of a armadillo or something. And the lemniscate is a snake, another symbol of transformation. And I have one other thing that I would like to say about this, and that was a reading. So earlier today, I was teaching, and we did a reading at the end of class, and I had everybody focus on, I asked them to think about their deepest, darkest secret. And because I think that's also a big theme of Scorpio season, focus on your deepest, darkest secret. And when I ask that kind of thing, for most people, there's going to be something that comes to mind. And because that's the kind of thing that we can deal with and allow to die during Scorpio season. And then I shuffled, and we did a 3 card. And for me, what was in my mind didn't come to the surface, but what came to the surface was something that I haven't consciously been dealing with. And so this is an example of the tarot letting us know exactly, you know, sometimes we can't see our own issues. And so I want to encourage you all to really trust. The bigger the background you set up for your readings, the more that what needs to come through is going to come through shining in a big way, like pay attention to me kind of thing. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for walking through the Alleyman with me. And eventually I will share with you my Alleyman Lenormand once it is complete. I think I have about 18 of the 36 cards ready, but there's still more to do with that. So take good care of yourselves. I'm going to head on over to Facebook, and if you want to join me there, I'm live every Wednesday night in the Facebook group. And tonight we're going to talk about Sheila Nagig and more on Scorpio. Take good care. Namaste, everybody.